This right here, Chargers fans, is why you subscribe to Chargers Now. The minute that news breaks, we've got you covered. And if you're living under a rock right now, I am excited to be the first person to let you know that Mike McDaniel, according to Jeff Darlington and ESPN's Adam Schefter, he is expected to be the next offensive coordinator of the LA Chargers. Right now, he is at dinner with a lot of the Chargers' big brass, the front office, and head coach Jim Harbaugh. And the reason why is because McDaniel is going to be the offensive coordinator of the Chargers. The NFL, they all expect him to end up in LA. Essentially, they are going to cross some T's, dot some I's tonight, and he will be announced as the next offensive coordinator for LA. And I've told you ever since we started the channel that the minute that news breaks around the Chargers, we were going to have you covered in the year 2026. This is what I meant. So make sure that you come on in and hit that subscribe button now as fast as you possibly can. What does this mean right now for the Chargers that McDaniel is going to be their offensive coordinator? We had heard tale early on, right, that McDaniel wasn't going to take a bad head coaching job if there was a better offensive coordinator job. And right now, I think that being OC of the Chargers is better than any head coaching job available, and clearly Mike McDaniel agrees with me. The reason is because he gets to coach Justin Herbert. He gets to learn under the tutelage of a guy like Jim Harbaugh, who is just a winner. Everywhere that Harbaugh has gone, he's won. And now you're telling me that I get to be placed with, if I'm Mike McDaniels, a quarterback that can take a team to the next level, a quarterback that can win you a title. I don't know where else I'd want to be. This is a home run hiring for McDaniel because he gets to be in a spot where the head coach is going to teach him the ways of winning and getting deep, long-lasting respect from his players, because Harbaugh has clearly done that. But the big thing and the most important thing that McDaniel is going to get from this is he's going to be able to kind of rehab some of his image. And I think you're also going to see a lot more people view him in a greater respect, right? What's the big knock against McDaniel? Well, he's too hipster. He's having too much fun. He's too much of a weirdo. He's not a footballs guy. No one's more football guy than Jim Harbaugh. So if you're able to coach with him and coach for him, one, McDaniel's going to learn how to do all those things being a winner, but he's also going to get more respect in the football community. Two, he's going to get to coach Justin Herbert. And Herbert is light years better than whatever Tua was in Miami, and McDaniel got a lot out of Tua at Miami. So imagine what he's going to get out of Justin in LA. This also tells me that if I'm Amari and Hampton, I'm over the moon, because what happens with running backs in McDaniel's system? They get better year after year after year. Raheem Mostert became a star player for him, right? He became a star player in San Francisco and became a star player in Miami. So imagine what a guy like Amari and Hampton is going to be able to become in this offense. Mike McDaniel is a great hire, and of course he wants to be in LA. Of course he wants to be with the Chargers, because this is a great setup for him. Now, why do the Chargers want him in LA, and why is this such a big deal for them? It's because their offense has been stuck in the mud. What do I mean by that? I'll get into that in just a moment. But first, let me know down below in the comment section, what is your one-word reaction to the McDaniel hiring? What is your one-word reaction? Mine, perfect. This was the perfect guy that you could hire for that OC spot. He was my number one targeted candidate for the OC position, and I actually thought that he was going to be so good and so viable for a head coaching job that he wouldn't be available to be an OC. So the fact that McDaniel ended up coming in and staying with this Chargers team, man, that's so unbelievable. Let me know what your one-word reaction is down below in the comments. Now, if I am the Chargers, clearly the front office and Harbaugh knew that they had to go out and throw whatever they could at McDaniel. And they have. The fact that he's canceling other interviews tells us that he is going to stay in LA. There's a reason why ESPN's Adam Schefter is reporting on it. Diana Russini of The Athletic has now reported on it. And the reason that the Chargers need a guy like McDaniel is because he takes them into the 21st century when it comes to calling offensive plays. Harbaugh obviously wants an offense that's built through the run game. Harbaugh understands that games are won in the trenches. And I agree with him, and most smart football minds do. And even though he's a new hipster age way of thinking, Mike McDaniel, he wins football games in the trenches. Because what he does is he uses these shifts and he uses these motions, he uses alignments to allow his rushing attack to have an easier time. It then takes pressure off of the quarterback because Justin Herbert doesn't have to be Superman anymore because he's got a supporting cast that is going to help him out. So what McDaniel will do is he's going to revamp this rushing attack. Now LA is finally going to have probably 1,000-yard rusher next year. Maybe even have another running back that's sniffing around the 700-yard mark. It's going to take pressure off of Herbert. It's going to take pressure off this offensive line because teams are not going to be able to pin their ears back and try and run through him. What's going to happen is you are going to see Herbert throw the football less, but his efficiency is going to rise, his completion percentage is going to rise, and you're going to see this rushing attack continue to grow and grow and grow. The yards per average is going to go up, and most importantly, the sack number is going to go down. Every single game this year, Justin Herbert looked like he was getting in a car crash. It's not going to happen next year with Mike McDaniel. It just won't. McDaniel is going to put this offense in a great position. The last thing, and I think the most important thing that I want to make sure I drive home tonight when I have this video eventually get published, is that Mike McDaniel choosing the Chargers means that the Chargers have clearly laid out a game plan that they have for this offseason in 2026 that he agrees with. That means that the Chargers are probably and more than likely going to target multiple free agents for that offensive line and target multiple draft picks for that offensive line. You are going to see the Chargers get better at wide receiver. Ladd McConkey is great and he's fine, but the rest of that crew needs to get fixed. Quentin Johnston isn't it. Keenan Allen is too old. So what are you going to see? You are going to see this Chargers offense continue to move forward into the 21st century. Get wide receivers that Justin Herbert can throw the ball to, that are actually going to catch the football. Continue to push forward. Mike McDaniel deciding to be the offensive coordinator of the Chargers is the biggest cosign of whatever this offseason plan is. And as a Chargers fan, you have to be fired up. As a Justin Herbert fan, as a Justin Herbert stan, I am fired up. And I am excited out the wazoo of what this Chargers team, specifically this Chargers offense, is going to look like next year. And I think there's even a chance that maybe the signing of Mike McDaniel as your OC could potentially convince Jesse Minter, who just took his second interview with the Raiders, to stick around for one more year, to come back to LA, and you could have the best defense in the National Football League because Jesse Minter had that defense getting pretty darn close to it with one of the best offenses in the National Football League. That's how big of a signing this is to get Mike McDaniel to be your OC in LA. It's a home run hire. And since we started putting videos out here on Chargers Now, I've been demanding it. I've been asking for it. I said you had to hire McDaniel or Daboll. Well, you got one of them, and you got the one that I think is the biggest home run. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video today. If you'd like to go down below in the comment section, you can also grade this signing at OC, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And of course, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers here on Chargers Now. Thank you guys so much for viewing the video, and bolt up.